Please, one at a time. I'm documenting your concerns and will pass them along.
To what do I owe this honor?
You say for this next trial I'll need to run? Fine.
Pilgrim, the trial of the mind awaits below. Your goal is simple. Show you comprehend our past. Communing with the Hiss teaches who we were before, makes us what we are now. To remember our ancestors' deeds is to know ourselves. Learn of our past, and act with what you gain. You conquered the trial of the mind. Faster than Captain Hinamo, might I add. Perhaps he's not suited to feats of intelligence. Your next trial is that of the heart, where unnecessary distraction and digression lead to failure. Follow the well-traveled path marked by statuary. Speed is of utmost importance. Nazooks awaits you at the finish. Are you ready?
At least I'm getting something done.
Someone, please help me. Someone, please help me.
I've waited for you. You've undertaken the trial of the heart. You did, but that was not the true test. Was achieving your goal worth leaving behind someone in need? Know that great lightning feeds the Wamasu well, but many reeds burn in its wake. Without reeds, the Gwar cannot feed. Without Gwar, the Wamasu starve. Be careful what is seared by your lightning. The trial of the Fang remains before you. You must fight while at great disadvantage. Bimikas will assist you in your preparations.
Another pilgrim? So few today beyond yourself and that Dominion soldier. Are you ready for the trial of the Fang? He finished his trials before you arrived, and is currently in communion with the Hist. He must not be disturbed. I do. It's quite simple. Defeat any of these warriors in single combat to pass the trial of the Fang. Oh, and you must drink poison. Nothing permanent, just something to dull your senses. Here, when you feel the poison's fire in your veins, challenge any warrior to single combat. Go prove yourself ready for the Hist.
Shadowfen is full of challenges. Your sickly pallor comes from root rot poison. Excellent. I accept your challenge, and I offer you the honor of first strike. Enough. I yield. You fight like Wamasu.
I see no lingering effects from the root rot poison. Aren't you a hardy one? Yes, and you did it well. Few make it past the trial of the mind, let alone all 3 trials. They're necessary to prepare one's body and spirit for what comes next. Good. I've prepared Hist sap in the bowl beside me. Drink it when you wish to commune with the Hist. It is different for every pilgrim who drinks the Hist sap. You may speak words or think thoughts that aren't your own. When the Hist shows all it wants you to see, find Kamax A at the highest tier of our pyramid. He'll help you interpret your visions.
My love, I found the right mixture. You've heard it before, I know, but this time I feel it in my scales. Drinking this will allow me Allow all of us to commune with the Hist. We'll regain what our people lost. I guess it's now or never. The Hist is in my mind. So strange. I must...
Years of work, and it all comes to this. I almost don't believe it. You should be the one. You communed with the Hist, refined the amber. Placing the Zot stones was enough for me. Worked. Oh, and it's so beautiful. I must tell the others.
The Kothringi are upon us. Quickly, activate the Zot stones.
Well?
Such power, were it ever to fall into the Kothringi's hands.
Return. As Root's steward, I must say your vision remains a secret of the Hist and yourself. But for myself, I must ask, what did you see? You return. Zot stones. The Hist may be showing you a way to defend Hissmir against some future threat, but I have not heard of Hist Amber in an age. You should speak with Kamaxe. If anyone knows, he will. Gone. Whatever the Hist showed him, he was in a hurry to act. Perhaps his people are threatened as well.
The look in your eyes. You've communed with the Hist, I see. You and the Dominion Captain make two outsiders in one day. A portent if there ever was one. Fruit of the Hist. Its magic once powered the Zot stones, protecting us from our enemies all those years ago. But the Hist haven't borne fruit in an age. Why do you ask? Oh no. Captain Hinamo also asked about the Hist Amber. Then he left here in great haste. If he possesses any amber, he could use the Zot stones upon the root stewards, the pilgrims, everyone in Hissmir. Why would the Hist show him this vision? To ward the western ruins. If you find any Hist amber, keep it from Captain Hinamo's hands and return it as swiftly as you can. Should the Dominion plan to capture Hissmir for themselves, I must prepare a defense. I pray the Hist Amber is lost to the ages. Captain Hinamo must not control Hissmir's lost power. The Hist cares not for kingdoms or politics. It shares what we have forgotten. How we use its gifts is our doing.
I heard rumors you found a keystone to hold such power. Who would take the relics? Their only value is historic. 3 simple stone pieces, part of our heritage. No jewels, no gold, nothing a dry skin could value. Theft isn't unknown in Hissmir, but it's rare enough I wouldn't know where to start looking for the culprit. Such ardor, you might consider undergoing the trials of the burnished scales if you haven't already. I would welcome any help. I stored the relics in this cart. Perhaps one of the pilgrims observed something I did not. I'll remain here to protect what relics are left, to guard these pieces of our heritage. Such a strange thought. Our history, carvings, keystones, and bits of Hissmir itself, all of it rough old stone. Every season, we take them to our pilgrimage sites. They have no value to anyone but us.
You would speak with me? I heard a strange noise by her cart. I saw one of my people wearing a red jerkin, and that's all I know. I had nothing to do with it. Whoever it was ran to the east. That's all I know.
Kayak, do you make a habit of barging into houses? I know nothing about stolen relics. Now get out of my house. Wait. Some high elf pilgrim offered my tail's weight in gold for those things. But after he saw them, he said they were useless. Take the relics. I want nothing to do with any of this.
Did you recover our stolen relics? Our relics stolen by one of our own? He knew their lack of worth to outsiders. Perhaps his eggs spent too much time in the shade before his hatching. No matter. It's enough you return them to us.
Well... what happened to our pilgrims? Where could they be? The pilgrims were supposed to arrive hours ago. I expected some pilgrims from Forsaken Hamlet today. With the trials at hand, I must stay here. And none of the other route stewards have the time to search the Northeast Road. If you're headed that way, would you look for them?
Lock did not stand a chance.
Have you found any signs of our missing pilgrims? What would the Dominion gain by keeping pilgrims from the trials? It is senseless.
Once I dispatch Hissmir will be hard.
You have not pleased the Hist today. Rather, you fulfilled the Hist's expectations. A subtle distinction, but necessary to comprehend the Hist. You unlocked a secret from our past. One so well hidden we didn't see it ourselves. We'll retain this memory until it is lost once more. Then, in a time of great need, the Hist will reveal your deeds to our descendants.
May your bones serve better.
How can I do my research under these conditions? Oh, hello there. Didn't see you approach. Are you looking for work? If so, I seem to need a new assistant for my research. I'm investigating the nature of magicka. My current assistant, Drulis, refuses to continue. I am fairly certain I've perfected my amulet, but the coward refuses to play his part. Oh, it's perfectly safe, I assure you. I just need someone to put on the amulet, and then irritate a Wamasu until it emits lightning. Would you convince Drulis to continue our work? Or failing that, perhaps you can take his place. My research is vital to the study of spellcasting. This amulet may enable the safe and efficient harvesting of potent magicka, such as the Wamasu's lightning. It's relatively safe, which makes Drulis's refusal so galling. He tends to get hurt. If he'd just follow my instructions, all would go well. I told him to remove the caught piece last time, and not to touch the copper wire before that. He may be an old family friend, but he's not the swiftest boat in the river.
the shores are free from this terror you call mud crab.
Tet Amkaus Ranu. Time to torture some mortals. When you destroy the next, this one will have returned.
Did Gathatar send you? What's he want now? Shall I strip naked and chase thunderbugs? That's his problem. He must be crazy if he thinks I'll suffer through another of his experiments. Did he tell you about the Magicka storing belt? Nearly cut me in two. He's tried that too many times to count, and I have the scars to prove it. I've been bait for cave trolls and dug through dung piles. But getting myself shocked to death isn't research, it's torture. The amulet would be a catalyst for spells Gathatar has been researching. He hopes to use it to recharge staves more quickly. Well, I found a Wamasu for him, but I won't be his test guar any longer. Be my guest, but I warned you. All of Gathatar's experiments result in blood loss. That flathead still blames me for the failure of his wand of satiation.
Is the amulet charged? Did it work? I wondered about that. It seems the device will require more testing before it's perfected. However, you've helped my research immensely. For that, I express thanks.
Look out! The swamp creatures have gone mad. This is a disaster. Some scavengers are lost in the mire, and I can't spare anyone to go look for them. Any chance you can help me? Ithix relies on scavenging for its livelihood. Instead of hunting their usual prey, stranglers now attack the scavengers. I'm a scavenger, not a warrior. Look around us. The stranglers attack everything that moves, whether it can resist or not. Can you help the few fighters we have left? Be careful of the Horvors. They're the giant tick-like creatures burrowing through the muck. Usually they're a nuisance, but lately the bloodsuckers have been downright dangerous. They're large, overgrown plants. When threatened, their spiny tentacles grab at you and pull you in. Even experienced scavengers can get caught by them if they aren't careful.
My arm feels like it's shattered. Waxhoothi, it hurts.
What business is it of yours, outsider? Forgive me. That's the pain speaking. My friends and I were scavenging in the swamp, as we always do, but the creatures there suddenly went mad and attacked us. I barely got out alive. As the mud is my mother, I have no idea. I've been scavenging in Ithix for years. It's not entirely safe, but nothing like this has ever happened. You should talk to Treeminder Nexith. He's at his hut at the end of the village. I'm sure he has some idea. Please, talk to the Treeminder. If there's anything you can do to help us, the Hist will surely reward you. Ithix is a small village in the Black Marsh, an Argonian settlement downwater from larger towns and cities of Shadowfen. We've survived, thrived really, by scavenging in the swamp, pulling treasure from others' trash. No, not always. Beyond the mud huts of our village, you'll see the great ruins of the ancient Argonians, the Zonmirs and the Steely. They were built generations ago by our ancestors. We live in their shadows, in more ways than one.
The corruption. It's too strong. Who are you? If you're allied with the Daedra, I'll send you back to oblivion screaming. Kayak, you come at an opportune time, stranger. The Hist must have guided you. Daedric energies permeate the swamp, overwhelming the power of the Hist. I tried to commune with the spirits, but you can see from the state of my hut how well that went. I must perform a ritual of clear sight, but I can't do it alone. I have a potion that must be placed in the ceremonial jars at the base of the stele surrounding the Zonmir. I'd ask my hunters, but most of them are wounded or fighting the beasts. It won't be easy. When I tried the simpler version of this ritual, the Daedric force nearly destroyed me. I can't imagine it will allow you to place the components easily. Be careful in the swamp, especially around the stele.
I need help.
I was nervous, thinking of trying. Thanks for rescuing our scavengers from those crazed plants. We could still use your help. Well, Nimble Knuckles asked me to ask for your help, if you've got time. A strangler's barb hit Nimble Knuckles, and she dropped her bow in the muck. She's a bit shy about asking you directly. Please look for it. It must be in one of the trash piles. Off by herself around the Zanmir. She's proud of that bow, and its loss affected her greatly. For a scavenger, she's too attached to material things, if you ask me.
I heard fighting below. Are you all right? Zuth, I should have known. The stench of oblivion permeates this bog. You placed the potions, though, I can tell. The miasma around each steely has cleared up, at least temporarily. Yes, with the power of the ancients behind me, I can discover the exact nature of our enemy. Perhaps then, we can discover how to cleanse the swamp of his foulness. Stand back. This may be dangerous. Talk to me when I'm done. Spirits of the bog. Creatures of nature. Show me your wounds. Reveal your injury. Namira, I revere thee. Namira, I serve thee. The Daedric corruption is strong. I was nearly overwhelmed, but at last I've pinpointed the source. They attack our heart, our soul, our memories. They're attacking our history. We must free it at once. I must stay here to keep the Daedra back. Go to the history, near the center of Ithix. During my trance, I saw what they did. Namira's minions placed a relic there. It poisons the swamp. Unearth the relic. It's buried at the base of a nearby steely. Once you have it, you'll need to climb the winding road to a tall ritual site that overlooks Ithix. There, you should be able to use it to stop Namira's minions. Namira is the Lady of Decay, the Daedric Prince of spirits and shadows. She's the patron of vermin and squalor. She wants to extend her influence over Ithix. The relic is the key to open that door, but you can use it against her minions. In my vision, I saw the Dremora react to the relic. They are terrified of it, of what it can do. The same energies it uses to corrupt our history can be turned upon Namira's minions. Wield it, and you can destroy them.
Thank you very much.
Mortal worm, get away from there! You're the mortal who's interfered with my creatures in the bog, aren't you? Don't bother to tell me your name. You won't need it if you continue to trouble me. Who am I? You could not hope to comprehend my true nature, filth. Think of me as an aspect of the Lady of Decay and rightful ruler of all spirits. I claim this land and all within it. None may defy me. Those cold-blooded primitives fell once. They can fall again. I will show them that their spirits of the Hist are pale shadows compared to me. Now, leave my hand where it lies. Abandon your foolish quest. What help can you give them, mortal? I cannot strike you down, but my minions are more than enough for the likes of you. Even those foolish Hist worshippers recognize that. They won't even approach this part of Zal Ithix. What? How did he know? Mortal, if you attempt this, my creatures will overwhelm you. Nothing will stop me from taking Zal Ithix. Abandon this foolishness, and you may yet live. My lesser minions barely slowed you down. I'm impressed. But you're too late. I've already begun the ritual. Once it ends, my corruption will spread throughout Zal Ithix. Only if I give you time to use it. Come forth, my corruption. Be manifest and destroy this worm.
Watch yourself.
You've done it. Namir has been defeated. Look, the miasma is clearing. A few Dremora still lurk along the road, but their hold on Zal Ithix is broken. When you banished Namira's corruption, you allowed me to reconnect with the Hist throughout Zal Ithix. There is still work to be done, but thanks to you, we can now complete the cleansing. Thank you. You will be remembered. The source of the corruption is gone. Our swamp is whole once more. Thank you again. You are welcome to stay in Ithix, of course. We've still got some cleaning up to do. I recommend you avoid the high road, though. There's still Jamora lurking there. You might explore outside Ithix. I understand there's some ancient ruins nearby, between here and Hissmir. I know some of the scavengers have had problems with the Stranglers. You could go down into the swamp and see if you can help out.
Is that... Zuth! You found my bow. I thought I'd lost it forever to the mire. When you have so little, everything you have carries meaning. I erect the spine of gratitude for helping me.